This video reviews what needs to be done when you are assigning one of your customers to be using your customer care center. There are two major things that need to be done. The first one is on the customer. You go to the web tab, and there you're going to assign them a login. Now, if they don't have one, you give them a login and a password. And then you make sure once you filled in these fields right here that you hit this button right here that says send to KCS. This is so that your customer can be given permission to get to the database that it holds their data. Now, I've already assigned a login and password to this customer. And whenever you pull up a customer, even if they've been assigned, it will not be visible unless you hit this button here that says show login data. This is a security thing that is just was requested by a client. So if we look right here, my customer here owes $2,896.54. Okay, so if I go to the customer care center, which I have already, you will be given a link that will be the customer care center for your customers. And I'm going to type in my customer right here and the password, since I did not save it. It's 2015 and DONUT. Okay, then I'm going to log in. I can opt, your customer could opt to save this if they want to, but I'm not going to save it at this point. Once they're logged in, if they don't like the password that you gave them, or they would feel much better if they could assign their own password, they can always go right here to change password. They can assign their own password. This password will feed back to your customer in your routeman database. In case they call you up and tell you that they have forgotten their password, you'll be able to retrieve it for them. Okay, so here's my customer, and all of this will be reviewed for you. There is another help video called the Customer Care Center Overview module, and it goes over all the details here, but just a brief summary right here. This is your billing and shipping address. Here's the open balance. This is where they could go in and pull up any invoices that they already have that are usually open invoices, or you can actually set by date range. Here are payments that they have turned in, and they can print those out and see what invoices were allocated to it. But the other major thing that needs to be done is you need to assign, back in routeman, when you are setting up the customer with the username and password, you need to set up par levels for this customer. Now, par levels are the products that this customer normally purchases. And I'll show you real quickly why it is so important to do that, because in our login right here, I don't have any par levels set up for this customer. So when we go to request delivery, where they could order something, it's going to show every single active product I have in my database. Well, there'll be products that you do not want all your customer to see. There can be delivery fees. There can be a lot of other things that you don't want your customers to see the all price for those products. So what I'm going to do here is, if I go in here and this customer, I would go, after I sign the username and password, go to par levels. You want to add par levels. In what products does this customer normally purchase? Well, let's say they buy our large, medium, and small bags. I'm going to hit OK right here, and I am going to refresh my database. Now that I've refreshed it, I am going to go back to my website here for this customer. And I am going to need to, at this point, log out and log back in. Now, your customer, of course, won't have seen this, but I'm going to go ahead and log out. Then I'm going to log back in here again. Now when I log in and go to request delivery, The only products I'm going to show right here are those that I charge. Now, the reason I have this delivery fee here is because one of the options we have is to have a product, and it's set up underneath the host settings. If you always want to charge a customer a delivery fee when you make a delivery, or you have some other fee that you want to put on there. So that's why this delivery fee is on mine. It's because this product has been set up to be attached to every single order that is placed through the customer care center. But so just as a review, 2 important things to do when you sign up a customer for the customer care center. You want to give them the login, a username and password, and hit this send to KCS, because if you don't hit that button, it's not going to be registered. And it says it may take up to 24 hours. That's just a disclaimer. It takes about 24 seconds at this point to get those user credentials where they are valid. So you give them the login and you set up par levels. These par levels can also be used for another one of our features that we have, Routeman Express, which can be which is discussed in another video. I do recommend that you look at the help document that we have called Customer Care Center Module and review it so you can see all the things that we have available under the Customer Care Center. Have a great day.